I think to begin with, Marcus, why don't we just start with your introduction? Why don't you just tell us a little bit about yourself, your journey from as a video content creator from the very beginning, why you started, what instigated you to start. Tell us a little bit about where you are today and what your future looks like. Where do you want to be in the next 5 to 10 years with your video side of things?
Okay, that's a big question for sure. It's hard to say because I've been doing all this for so long, not necessarily the video aspect, but there is kind of a pre-story that leads up to me doing videos. I mentioned earlier I've done my channel since 2005, but it was really only around 2012 to 2014 that I actually started putting energy into it. And you know, the whole purpose was to build an audience. It was to help sell my product. It was to help educate people. And you know, I wasn't a videographer. I'm not a sound man. I don't do video editing. I was none of those things. They were all alien to me. Prior to doing the YouTube channel, I guess in 2010 when Instagram came out, that was another new thing. Well, I had been taking photographs, but I wasn't a photographer. And so when Instagram came out, I had probably, I don't know, 1,500 high-end photos of cannabis and hash and all of these different types of photos I've been taking, because much like what I did when I got into YouTube, when I got into the photography aspect, I decided, well, I'm not just going to take pictures, I'm going to learn. And I decided to learn macro photography. And so I immersed myself into macro photography. And I sold images within the first year to every known cannabis cultivation magazine on the planet, from High Times to Skunk to Red Eye and all these others. And in fact, actually National Geographic sought me out for my macro cannabis photographs within 9 months of learning macro photography. So that really helped build Instagram. Right now, YouTube starts. I'm, you know, 2013, 2014, I'm starting to do videos, but I don't really know how to edit. I've got to learn all that. I don't know how to do, you know, splicing. I don't know how to add music without getting my channel struck. I don't know how to, like, I'm thinking I want my videos to be nice. I've watched some videos. I like really nice transitions. And if I've got my macro photography already and I'm talking about things, well, there's one transition in my videos that you'll see a lot, really high-end macro photography that I took the photos of myself. Well, then I stumbled upon Casey Neistat's YouTube channel, and he's doing all this drone stuff. So I'm like, well, that's a nice kind of transition as well. So I go buy a drone, and now I'm learning how to fly a drone, and I'm learning how to, you know, the whole technical aspect of recording onto a drone, and how to set the drone up, and how to make sure that it's all working properly, and how to fly it without crashing. And it's all very nerve-wracking when that's not really your niche. Once again, if you want to do a niche on YouTube, get ready to open up 40 other niches that you're going to have to become an expert on, unless you have money to hire people to do all these things. So now I'm a macro photographer, I'm a drone pilot, I'm a videographer, you know, because of my relationship with all the musicians in Jamaica, I get special permission to use their songs, which they monetize. I don't take the money from the video, I give it to them, but I'm allowed to use the music without getting struck down. So that was kind of a big sort of build out and how I managed to build the channel. Now, where I want to take the channel, I have a lot going on in my life. I have a company in Jamaica that's doing clinical trials at the University of West Indies with CBD products. I have a legal licensed production facility in Canada that is about to build 2 facilities and start producing hash and oils for the medical and recreational markets. I have my consulting businesses. So there's so much going on for me, yet I never choose to turn away from YouTube. And what I did when I started building my traction, instead of gaining all the traction for myself, what I did was I started picking out the gems in my community and bringing them onto my channel and giving them exposure and giving them the spotlight, because it was something different and it expanded my niche. Sure, I'm educational, I know certain things, but when I bring in a PhD chemist who breaks it down even better, or I bring in a botanist who studies living soils and can explain to you about biomes, all of these things are sort of specialty things that I managed to pull in, and that, to me, also not following anyone's rules. I was told when I started my YouTube videos, you can't make a video longer than 2 minutes. All these kids are from the MTV generation, and they don't have the ability to watch a video that's more than 2 minutes. Well, my 4 million plus view video is like 48 minutes long. It's almost an hour long, and it's my most watched video. So I don't really listen to too many people in regards to, I think when you want to ask too much advice, it means you're afraid to make mistakes. And if you don't understand that all success comes from mistakes, you should probably stop asking for so much advice and be willing to fall on your face and be willing to make a mistake and be willing to learn from that mistake. So I did a lot of that in the last 5 to 6 years.